Chapter 2 of Sweetest Betrayal, Audiobook, Part 1. Sub. The universe and stars has finally brought you to me. 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the Lotus Hotel, CN Meeting Room, Suite 220. The meeting room were arranged like they were giving an interview. All 3 seating were placed on one side while the other had just one simple chair. Joe looked at his silver diamond-studded Versace watch, his eyes grown wider. Where is she? It's 2 o'clock. Where's Aaron? Lee sat straight and stretched his arms, his eyes half-masked, focusing on the door. They are coming right now. He made his voice like a psychic, sharp and knowingly. Joe smacked his back. Right, I swear you think you're funny. Lee looked at his friend with a serious expression. I am. He burst out laughing till his tummy knotted and he coughed. Serve you right, dumbass, choked to death. That wasn't even a joke. At that moment, the door opened. They both stared in awe. Aaron strolled in. His tie was loose and a few buttons were undone. He looked like he just came out of a brawl, tired and hopeless. Hey guys, sorry the meeting lasted longer than I thought it would be. Is she here? Lee shook his head. Nope, told you it's a scam. What are you going to do now? Asked Joe. I'm going to go abroad. Lee answered him with a dead tone. Not if your father confiscates your passport. Being the investigator that he is, he's usually right. Aaron sighed heavily as they all bowed their heads down. Hi, boys! The squeaky voice got their attention as they all looked up. Joe smiled widely. Lee just stared intently. Aaron has no expression at all. The girl seems to be Asian, yet she's tall with blonde hair. She was dressed in a hot pink miniskirt that if she were to bend down, people can see her. You know what? Her shirt don't even look like a shirt. It looked like a bra with sequins. I'm Jinjin from Faker's Inc. Shall we go to a private place? Her squeaky voice does not match with that supermodel body and face. Yep, she went under the knife. Aaron nodded towards the chair. This is private enough. The hotel is owned by my friend Joe. Jinjin replied with a giggle. If that's what you want. She pulled out the chair and sat down. Damn, that breast is huge, like melons. You're late, said Joe. Out of us 3, he's always the prompt one. He actually fired a few employees for their tardiness. Sorry, my flight had just arrived. When you guys called me, I was in Cambodia. Lee questioned her as if this was one of his interrogation sessions. Sorry, my tongue get tied and I speak more than 1 language, so as if that's an excuse. Okay, so back to the story. Where does your company based in? Jinjin giggled. Naughtily. Anywhere. Wherever my customers are, so is my employee. Silence filled the room. The guys looked at her with puzzlement. Jinjin broke the quietness. So what's the problem? Aaron went straight to the point. I want to get out of an arranged marriage. Good one. Hire a wife. Wife? Asked Aaron. Duh, I've thought of that already, lady. That's why you're here. But I'll just listen to your scheme. If it sounds foolproof, then I'll go with it. With a wife, the girl that is supposed to marry you will stray away. Who would want to mess with a married man? Jinjin said it simply. She does, said Joe, which is the absolute truth. Jinjin tapped her chin and half smiled. Oh, we're dealing with a slut. Nice. I've come across that scenario a few times now. So does a wife sound good to you? Aaron said without a care. Whatever works. Jinjin looked at them and cleared her throat. These guys do not know who they're dealing with. I, Jinjin, have clients all over the world. They do not know whom they're messing with. I'll show them. She looked from left to right. You must be Aaron, Joe, and Lee. They all looked at her with their mouths open in the shape of the letter O. Lee asked her, How did you know? You're a psychic? If she is, I better skedaddle. I don't do voodoo shit. You've seen it in movies. You don't mess with that kind of stuff. It always come back to you, like the movies. He shivered. Jinjin laughed to herself. I'm not that talented. My phone has a tracer. It's traced to Joe's phone. I researched about you guys. Come to find out the rich society wants to tie the knot. She brought out a magazine and placed it in front of them. I was surprised too. Now I can see why. A multi-billionaire heir has resolved into hiring a wife. Pretty exciting, huh? Lee is still not buying her bullcrap. Anyone can trace phones if they have the right equipment. Anyone can say they such and such, yet in actuality, they don't. Tell us more about your company. Like I said before, we make marriage happen, divorce happen, romance, and much more. I guarantee you it works. Aaron asked himself all night. There's no solution. Every turn is a dead end. He sighed deeply and arched his brow. All right, so what's your plan? Jinjin clasped her hands together and leaned towards them with her cleavage showing. First, give me a description of how you want your life to look like. Aaron replied, not pretty and not too clingy. That's it? Jinjin said with surprise in her tone. Not fluffy or slim, brunette or blonde, tall or short? Aaron shook his head and shrugged. You care about ethnic? He shook his head again. Damn, this is going to be harder than I thought it would be. Usually my client is specific on whom they hire, even to the point if they shave their forests, if you know what I mean. Whatever my client and my employee do while they're together is their business. Okay, I'll have her come next month. No, this Friday, said Aaron. Jinjin sighed and shook her head. Her blonde curls bounced like waves in the sea. What? These kind of thing takes planning. I'll look at her sternly. Aaron tapped his finger on the table. I'll double the pay. Without even thinking, Jinjin replied quickly with a smile. Okay, deal. So the plan... Lee interrupted her. She should be at the airport, like she's coming from overseas. She said back, yeah, I know, the plan. And then Joe interrupted her. She can't speak Chinese. That should make everything easier. He smiled like he'd just given Edison the idea of a light bulb. Jinjin's tone sounded irritated. Okay, I would be irritated too if that were me, but I'll just watch the three as they bicker, and I'll sit and laugh inside. She should, said Lee. Frustrated, Jinjin stood up and hit the table. Damn it, let me talk. Who's the professional here? She pointed to herself with pride. Okay. She huffed for a few moments, then sat back down. She's an American. You two have been married for a year. The reason why you didn't tell your family about her is because you're afraid of their disapproval. So she'll come and stay with you for the time you hire her. When everything falls into place, then you'll just get a divorce. I'd say 4 months should do it. Sounds good? Aw nodded. Okay, it'll be 1 million, double that. I'm so not good with math. That is $2 million. All their eyes opened widely and their jaws dropped. Instead of fearing that she'll lose him as a client, she went on and said, but I'll only charge you $1 million. All still in shock, especially Joe, whose eyes were big like a frog. Hey, she continued on, that's a fairly good price. Who knows what your family will be doing to her? I once had one of my employees hospitalized by my client's ex. Trust me, it can get ugly. His mind was array. One part told him to do it, while the other said it's a scam. Without another thought, Aaron brought out his checkbook and wrote the check. He could sense his friend's eyes boring into his shoulder, but he didn't care. I'd rather waste millions than to be wed to that girl. Just the thought of her made his blood boiled. Not in the sensual kind of way, but the I will kill her kind of way if there weren't any laws that will bind him to the murder. Besides, he doesn't want to touch her tainted blood. He ripped out the check and handed it to her. Thank you. I'll send you a picture of her. And what's your number? Aaron gave her the number as she punched it in. Okay, meeting is done. So see you guys at the airport on Friday. Then I'll text you which airport, okay? Nice to meet you all. Bye. She waved and curtsied in front of them, then left instantly. Lee could not believe his eyes. Did his friend just gave a girl who claims she owns a company that rents people? Was that a scam? He told his friends. Instead of Aaron replying, Joe said in puzzlement, I don't know. Damn, look at the way she's dressed, like a slut. Watch, Aaron, that girl's going to be ugly and slutty. He shivered with goosebumps all over his forearms. Aaron rubbed his neck. At least it's something. He stared out the window. Let's just hope it all work out. Outside, Jinjin exiting the hotel, walking on the sidewalk joyfully as she skipped around like a kid with a lollipop. She kissed the check and twirled. Then she stopped abruptly, hands in her hair with the check scrunched up. Oh, shit, shit, shit! Who am I going to use? All my girls are hot and sexy. Nah, I'll find someone. Money, money, money! And she twirls again. I didn't know that chapter 2 was gonna be this short, like 10 minutes. Because I was gonna like, you know, put it into part 1, part 2, part 3, but it's done. Thank you for listening in. um Hope you enjoy it. Any questions, just put it on the comment section. If not, look forward to chapter 3. I really do hope you guys enjoy this. God bless. Peace, love, and light your way. Take care. Adieu.